Hello everyone. In this video, let's discuss how to write a program to check whether given number is a palindrome number or not. Given an integer x, return true if x is a palindrome and false otherwise. Example 1. So here they have given the input value as 121. So the output is true. How come we can know whether a given number is a palindrome or not in the sense? Take the given input value, reverse the given input value. If the reversed value and the original value, if both are equal, we can say that the given number is a palindrome. That is why we have written true as output. Let's take the second example. The value of x is minus 121. If I reverse the given value, I will be getting the output value as 121 minus. So it is not a palindrome. So one more example is, I have taken the input value as 10. If I reverse the number 10, I will be having the value as 01. So I can say that it is not a palindrome. Now let's discuss the logic of this program. Okay, so here let's take the value of x is equal to 121. So here we are going to repeat a certain process again and again. So until the input value x becomes 0, I have to repeat the process. For that I will be checking a condition saying that while n not equal to, that is x not equal to 0. So if the condition is true, what should I do? I have to first find the remainder value. So how can I find the remainder? Remainder equal to x modulus 10. So here what is the x value? 121. That is not equal to 0. So I will go inside this. I will find the remainder. 121 modulus 10. My remainder is 1. Now I will go for the next step. So after finding the remainder, I have to reverse the number. So to reverse the number, I have to take a variable called rev and I will initialize the value as 0. So what I am going to do is, I have to update the rev value as rev into 10 plus remainder. And the reason why I am multiplying it by 10 is, so first we will be having 1's term, next 10's term, next 100's term, then 1000's term. So the value is multiplied by 10. That is why I am multiplying it by 10 here. So initially rev value is 0. 0 into 10, that is 0, and what is the remainder value? 1. So 0 plus 1, the value I will be having it as 1. Now I have to remove the digit 1 from 121. How can I remove the digit? Is x equal to x divided by 10. So the value of x is 121. 121 divided by 10, the quotient value becomes 12. Now repeat the process. Check the value again. 12 not equal to 0. Yes, 12 is not equal to 0. I will go inside. I will find the remainder for the value x. Now the value of x is 12. So 12 modulus 10, the remainder is 2. Okay, the remainder value I will be having the value as 2. Now rev equal to rev into 10 plus remainder. What is rev value? 1. 1 into 10, 10 plus 2, 12. So we are adding 2 to the number. Which means 1 is moved from 1's term to 10's term and 2 is added in the 1's term. Now I have to remove the digit 2 from the value x. How can I remove? 12 divided by 10, the value of x becomes 1. Next, check the loop again. 1 not equal to 0. Yes, 1 is not equal to 0. So I will come inside. I have to find the remainder for the value 1. 1 modulus 10, the remainder is 1. Okay. Now what I have to do is, I have to move this 1 to 100's term and 2 to 10's term, which is I am moving each and every digit 1 term towards my left. That is why we are multiplying it by 10. So rev value is 12. 12 into 10, 120, and my remainder value is 121. Now rev value becomes 121. Now check x value. X equal to x divided by 10. X value is 1. 1 divided by 10, my quotient value is 0. Now check the loop again. 0 not equal to 0. Condition becomes false. I will come out of the loop. Take the rev value. The rev value is 121. Now I have to compare it with the given input value. But after the iteration of the loop, the value of x becomes 0. So what I have to do is, before doing this process, I have to take a variable called a temp and I have to initialize the x value. The reason why we are storing the input value in a variable temp is, after the iteration of the loop, the input value becomes 0. According to the palindrome number, what is the logic we have discussed is, I have to take the given input value and I have to reverse the given input value. After reversing, the reversed value and the original number, if both are equal, we can say that it is a palindrome. So to compare it with the original value, we are storing the input value in a variable temp. Now temp is having 121 and the reversed value is also 121. So if temp and the reversed value both are equal, I will be returning true, saying that it is a palindrome, else I will be returning false, saying that it is not a palindrome. So this is the logic of the program. Now let's try to implement it as a program. So what is the first step I have to do? I have to take the input value and I have to store it in a variable called temp. So I have taken a variable x and I have stored in a variable temp. So now we have to take a loop. The reason why we are taking the loop is the certain processes keep on getting repeated again and again. So for that we are going to take a loop. And the condition which we are going to check is x not equal to 0. And some people used to give the condition x greater than 0. Both are same. So the value should not be less than 0. Whenever the value becomes 0 or less than 0, I should stop the iteration and I should come out of the looping body. First step, what should I find? I have to find the remainder. So I'll be taking a variable called remainder and I'll be finding the remainder value. So here, so for division, we have two operators. One is slash and another one is modulus. So slash gives me the quotient value and modulus gives me the remainder value. So here we are using modulus to extract the remainder of the given number. The next step is I have to add it to the REV value. So for that I have to declare a variable called REV and I should initialize the value as 0. So 0 into 10 plus remainder value. And the last step I have to remove the last digit. How can I remove the last digit? X equal to x divided by 10. That's all. Now what should I do? I have to compare the REV value, which is reversed value, with the input value. So input value becomes 0. That is why we have stored the input value in a variable called temp. So if the condition is true, I will return true, saying that it is a palindrome, else I will return false, saying that it is not a palindrome. That's all. Let's run the code now. Here we have made a mistake. For the negative value, we are getting the answer as false. So actually, instead of giving x not equal to 0, I can give the condition as x greater than 0. Let's run the code now. Yeah, it passes the test cases. The reason why it was not passed earlier is whenever we are getting negative value, the iteration will be continuing. That is why we have got wrong answer for that. When I give the condition x greater than 0, so whenever we are getting negative value, we will stop it. Let's submit the code. Yeah, it passes all the test cases. And the reason why we are giving x greater than 0 is whenever we are getting a negative value, we can directly say that it is not a palindrome. That is why we are giving the condition as x greater than 0.